What's going on, everyone? Crazy Russian 86 here, and welcome back to another freaking video. So I actually did talk to Todd yesterday, and his mom was for real. But you know, it's just a strange behavior, because his mom, she never called me in her life. And I remember back in the day, when I used to kick it with Todd just to drink some beers, right? I remember she even gave me like $10 to get out of there. And I use this $10 in the cigarettes in order, to fuck a fucking black woman behind the trash can over there. I remember that. That's what's happened back in 2012, Now she decided to call me, and she was there with Todd. She told Todd to get rid of his Facebook and his YouTube. This is what Todd told me, This is what Todd told me. Perhaps she probably said that because, everybody knows that Todd's videos are weird and shameful, whatever. So is mine, but I don't give a fuck, because it is what it is, I know a lot of people don't want to be in my videos, and it's been like that all the time. Before, I wanted people to be in my videos because, I want to hang out, have fun. Now I'm like, you know what? You don't want to be in my videos, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want, and you can think that this is weird. I don't give a shit, And sometimes I was still making collab videos with Ramstad, Ositown Brown, of course, Todd, Dave. So I put one of the girls who moved into my apartment back in 2012 on my video too. So most of the people never wanted to be on my videos, but there are some people who didn't care. So I put Charlie a couple times there too, but my buddy Chad, even though he was a little bit there, but he never wanted to be there. My woman doesn't want to be there. I made some videos with Lydia. But anyway, this is not, it is what it is. Like, I'm mostly by myself. I'm cool with that. A lot of people think that my videos weird. I don't give a shit, And people asking me why I'm doing these videos, and my answer is because it's my hobby. That's what I want to do, and I don't give a shit. And this brings me to the next point, talking about Todd, Like, if Todd likes to make these videos and he wants to broadcast himself, no matter how weird he is or whatever, fuck it, let him do it. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, people gonna be making fun of him, and people making fun of me too. Not as much, but And by the way, real big fuck you, the real PewDiePie, that fucking bitch, making stupid videos, taking my freedoms away from me because her ancestors been enslaved, rightfully so in my opinion, because even it says in Torah when I was studying back in Jewish school that, the Noah had a son Ham, and his skin turned black, and it was a punishment from God, okay? I studied it in Jewish school, so speaks volumes. And of course there are some smart black people, like Candace Owens, for example. I have a lot of respect for her. She's a good woman. She's an intelligent woman. There is Mensa family, and then there is my woman who is black, but she has some Jewish roots. She's not even purely black anyway, so she doesn't count, She couldn't even get along with most of the Africans when she used to live there. So what does that tell you? She's probably Jewish. Because if you cannot get along with local population, and if you're smarter than everybody else, if you're smart loner, it means you're Jewish anyway. So she's a black Jewish woman. And I met other black Jewish people too. They don't count. When I'm talking about these people, I'm not talking about the black Jews, okay? I'm not talking about intelligent blacks. I'm talking about the majority of the blacks, Because I'm sure that I don't know, I didn't DNA test everyone, which, if I would be a ruler of America, that's what I would do. I would make everybody DNA test mandatory, and I would put it in the people's passport, the result of the DNA testing, and I would disallow people who have differences in the DNA to talk to each other, I would just completely disallow it, And I would do it like in Canada, where like there are certain jobs for whites, certain jobs for blacks. I would do that, Because, before back in the day when we had segregation, life was so much better. Everybody had jobs, everybody was making money, and now because of multiculturalism, we have high unemployment. So what's the solution? isolate immigrants, give them the job, leave them alone, you know, and forget all this bullshit about diversity is our strength. That will never work. This is what Jewish people do. The fucking Zionists, they promote diversity because they want to get all the power on all the money, and they want to destroy humanity. That's it, you know. That's the truth. And they're not real Jews anyway because they don't follow 613 mitzvot. So, Jews like that should be fucking put to fucking jail. That's all. We need to take them all and fucking jail them. And fucking dismantle all the fucking reform and conservative synagogues. Because all of this type of Judaism, which is not Orthodox Judaism, is fucking Satanism. That's it. Should be disallowed, prohibited, that's it. Only Orthodox Judaism should be allowed. That's it. And the Orthodox Jews, they're the real Jews. All other Jews, they're not. And that's the way of life, and that's the way of truth, and that's it. And everybody who thinks differently is a fucking idiot. And stupid people don't deserve to be here. This is the best country for the best people. For people who don't think like me, they're pieces of shit, they need to be either isolated, or they need to, you know, go to the fucking, you know, jail. That's it. But anyway, I don't know. I'm just like so fucking angry about things. I'm just like saying what I think about life. You know? Because people making me so fucking angry because they're taking my freedoms away from me. Not letting me live and work how I can, you know. Because I want to contribute to the society. Because I want to alienate myself from this fucked up world and these fucking people. Because I want nothing to do with most of the people. I just want to get money so I can be left alone. That's it. You know? But anyway, damn, I'm so fucking angry. You know? But anyway, let's get back to, you know, to Todd. Let's get back to Todd. You know, I think that, you know, if Todd has his views and wanna live how he wants to live, he should have a right. And he should, you know, still make these videos. Who gives a fuck? You know, who gives a fuck? Yes, it's embarrassing, but what he has in front of him, right? Look, Todd is about to be 43 years old, right? He's already a middle-aged man. All the jobs he had in his life was like warehouse, dishwashing. He doesn't have no woman, he didn't have sex for 10 years. And when he did, it was mostly fucking paying for it. I mean, and he's already middle-aged, he's not young anymore. So I mean, fuck it. He might as well do what he's doing, you know, it makes him feel happy. You know, because what's the difference between like drinking a beer by yourself or drinking a beer while making the video? There is not much difference really. So they just sit, you know, they just sit. So really, by the fact that he is, you know, getting rid of his Facebook and YouTube, it's not changing anything in his life, really. I mean, you guess he's not gonna incur so much hate, but who gives a fuck, you know? A lot of people don't give a fuck about him, and they don't give a fuck about me. But you know what? Unlike Todd, if people don't give a fuck about me, I actually consider it a blessing. Because as long as people sponsor, you know, me doing what I want and living how I want and doing my job the best I can, I mean, fuck it, I don't care. As long as I get money, I don't give a fuck, you know? I really don't give a fuck. If I don't get the money, that's a problem, right? But if I get the money and nobody wants nothing to do with me, I don't give a fuck. Because quite honestly, I don't want to do nothing with most of the people here either. So, kind of goes both ways. I just want to contribute to the society so I can live, because I don't know why we living, because it's like these people, they have, you know, self-preservation mechanism or whatever, and we always want to live our lives, you know, we don't want to die. So fuck it. If I would be all by myself, be left alone, but I have my freedom, so I do the job how I can, and people tolerate me and sponsor me and give me the money because I do the job, fuck it. I'm okay with that. Even if nobody wants to fucking deal with me, I don't give a fuck. Because like I said, I don't want to deal with nobody either. People really make me angry anyway. You child, like that fucking bitch said. I want to fucking choke that bitch. I remember that a couple years ago. So, nothing to do with her, nothing to do with them. So, me personally, I'm okay with that. So, as long as I have the money and I can, you know, have my hobbies and do what I want, even if nobody approve of me, even if nobody want nothing to do with me, I don't give two shits, okay? I don't give two shits. So, I'm okay with that. Because like I said, when I understand what people is all about and what they want, what the societal expectations are, I'm like, you know what, guys? I want nothing to do with you either. I just want to go to work, do the job, and be left alone. So I don't care. Because like I said, it goes both ways, really. I really don't care about fitting in the society. I want to have friends, but you know, I want to live how I want to live. So if I have to make friends at the expense of living how I want, then you know what? Yeah. Like I've been talking about it before in my previous videos, feel the same way. It's not that I don't want to have friends, but I just see how people are, and I realize that I cannot be friends or I cannot get along with people like that. That's all it is to it, you know. It's not that I don't want to, I just can't. You know, because some people say because I have Asperger's, whatever. But I say it's deeper than that. It's also, maybe it has something to do with it, but it don't matter. But yeah, there are other reasons too. For example, the way I think about things, you know, because a lot of times people care about things which I don't give a fuck about, you know, like for example norms and things like that, or being awkward or whatever. See, me personally, I don't care about things like that, but most of the people do. So if what I care about and what they care about, it's like two different things. So it means that we have different mentality about life, you know. So clearly, we're just incompatible no matter what, no matter which way you look at it. Whether there's something wrong with me, which of course, you know, like I said, psychopathy, autism, narcissism, these things don't change. I mean, granted, to autism, to people talking about developmental disability, but then again, it's also personality too, you know. That's why they're talking about, you know, borderline autistic personality, because it's not just a disability, you know. Yes, it has some challenges to it, like developmental, like communication, and you know, doing things and ability to do things. True that, but then again, even if you teach that person, even if you teach the autistic person how to do things, how to be independent, even how to communicate to people, understand people, it's still not going to be like neurotypical anyway, so what's the point? You know, it's still going to be different no matter what. Even if that autistic person can master how to do things, even if he's smart, you know, even if he will understand how to talk to people, still, he's not going to be like most of the people anyway. So it's still the same thing, you know. You can teach people how to do things, like I said, but the way people do things, the way people think, the way people process things, this is not something you can teach anybody how to do. You know what I'm saying? You just cannot put your fucking head on somebody else's shoulders. So that's just the truth. That's why I'm saying people like Todd, they're losers perhaps, but we always be that. Why they're losers according to the majority of society? Not because, you know, they just cannot be any different. That's the thing. That's why, you know, I've been watching this video of this guy, Mike Maynard, you know, where he's been talking about Todd being a loser, that we're trying to help him, and he's just not getting it, whatever. I don't know. Which some people been telling me that too, oh, Emil, you're not getting it. And I'm looking at it like, you know what if I'm not getting it? I look at things differently. I'm looking at it like, you know, I'm trying to live my life the best I can, telling me I'm a loser, so I'm trying to do the job the best I can, and then now you're the one disabling me, so what the fuck? So, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's not me, it's other people, you know. If other people let me do what I want and sponsor my behavior, shit, I'll do the job the best I can based on my ability. Now, if you're asking me to do the job different way, or, you know, or do it better, well, you're the one with an unreasonable expectations, and if you're gonna make me work with other people so everybody would help me, how that's gonna help me? It's only gonna make things worse, because before I was doing by myself, just not up to the par, and now you have to worry about me, so other people have to take their time to help me, but I don't need help. So I don't understand, they're just fucking stupid. Why do I need that in my life? I better off just do the best I can based on my ability, instead of, like, you know, asking help from other people when I don't even fucking need it anyway. And if they're gonna leave me alone, I will still do things my way because it's how I am. So, like, what the fuck? See what I'm saying? Like, people are stupid. People are fucking dumb. Some of them are, some of them of course smart. And I realize that too. There are a lot of smart people too. And there are a lot of good people too. But smart and good people, they understand me, that's why they don't want nothing to do with me. And guess what? I'm okay with that. Just like, you know, you cannot change me, you cannot change Alan, you cannot change Todd. Just like with Alan too, you know, like I remember years ago Alan's been talking about, oh, I'm starting a new life. You know, I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking weed, none of that. And I'm like, well, you're 40 years old and you still don't have no fucking job, okay? So whether you smoke weed or whatever, it's all like little things, you know. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit better because you're not stealing money from your parents, so you're not ruining your parents financially. So I guess it's a little better, but still you're not producing nothing. You're still fucking getting money from the government, you know. So really, it's not that much better. So if you're not working, it doesn't matter whether, you know, you live a healthy lifestyle or you drink and smoke every day. It doesn't really matter that much because you're not producing nothing, so what the fuck? That's why I'm saying to people like Alan who hiding in my, what's his name, SBN Resonate, you know, yeah, I mean, leading healthy lifestyle and eating good is good. But what does that does for you if you don't freaking work? You know? Working is more important than anything. You know? So fuck it. I would rather just fucking work and live my life how I want to. That's what I'm saying. My problems, I'm not big and strong, really. But like I said, I've been saying the same thing over and over again. So it's just kind of gets too old at this point. Now I'm coming back. My car is probably all done from oil change. My other car is still in Toledo. It's been there since middle of the month, and now we're almost in September. So it's been there for like 15 days now. So, yeah. That's pretty much what I think, you know, about things. And I've been making more steps, you know, because I've been walking more. So that's good, because this fucking job where I drive all over, you know, I don't exercise, I get out of shape. It's not good for me. And some people say, like the real PewDiePie, well, it's not good for you, but, you know, the way you do things, you have problem with people. And I say, I don't give a fuck. As long as I get my way, I don't care. I have problem with the way people do things anyway. I don't care. I just learned to be more tolerant because I realized that, like, I'm not gonna change, other people not gonna change either. So that's why I just learned to be content, to just, like Errol Portland used to tell me, when you have a good life, you just go to work, get your money, go home. People make you miserable anyway. Yep, and he was right. But you know, I was a little younger and I had hopes and I was thinking, you know, people's gonna change so I can live how I want. Nope. Doesn't work that way in life. It just doesn't work that way. We are built to be different. And like I used to say before, I remember having this conversation. The fact that people are different makes the world go around, and I say, that's why we have so many problems, because people are different. Because if everybody would be like me, I would be always getting my way and my life would be fucking perfect. That's just how I think, you know? But, see it, because we are different, yeah, that's why we have so many problems in this world. So, I still stand by that the fact that we're different, that's why the world is so fucked up. But at the same time, there's nothing can be done about it. You just have to go with the flow and just do the best you can with what you got, and that's it. So, and fuck what people think, fuck what people say, you know, doesn't matter, you know, really. All that shit don't really matter. Yeah. It sucks to be lonely, but sometimes things could be worse. There are way worse things to be lonely than to be lonely. Sometimes being with the wrong people is worse anyway, so what the fuck. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm out, later.